Hey, everybody. It is I Hope Giselle, and I'm here today to bring you a little bit of news. Now, it might seem like I'm excited to talk about this, but there's a couple of things that got to be discussed. Hector Fernandez and his group of degenerates decided that they were going to use their opportunity of working at the Galleria Mall in Houston to rape young boys. Now, before we get into the thing of the things, these are two young boys who are of toddlers age. These are two young boys who we, for all intensive purposes, don't think that they could actually really defend themselves under any circumstances. And these two young boys were attacked by 7 grown-ass men who not only attacked them, but then put this attack on the dark web, thinking that nothing would ever happen to them. These two young boys had to go through horrendous and disgusting conditions. Being told to shut their little bitch asses up. Being told to be quiet during this disgusting act. But what makes it worse is that there wasn't even a single person for each young boy. There were 7 grown men committing this disgusting ass act. And for all intents and purposes, we should assume that these men identify as heterosexual. But the kicker about all of this, you all, is that not only did these pedophiles decide to do the act, but they recorded the act and then laughed at the act. And what's even worse is that this has been known information to the news media outlets for the last 2 days. This has been known media attention asking news coverage for the last 2 days. Where's the outrage? Where's the shade room? Where is on site? Where are all of you other blog pages when a trans girl is exposing your favorite rapper or basketball player? Where are all of you all when the propaganda about what trans people are doing to people's children in the bathroom? Where are all of y'all at now? Because this literally happened in a bathroom in one of the largest malls in Houston, the Galleria. First of all, how did you miss it? How did no one at this mall see these 7 men go into a bathroom with 2 young boys that were apparently screaming for their lives? Y'all are so worried about what we're doing to women and girls when there are very few cases that exist of a trans woman doing anything sexual to a woman in the women's restroom while attempting to use it. But there are 7 grown men making noise and trying to keep 2 young boys quiet, and not a single person at the Galleria Mall heard this? Not a single person at the Galleria Mall stepped in? And not a single one of these same messy ass news outlets that love to report any small infraction that a trans person commits is covering it. And this is not just new information today. This has been going on, and it's been known to the news outlets for the last 2 days. And not a single one of you all has reported it. But y'all got Tyrese waking up this morning and reporting something that happened in England to a bunch of white people. Now, no tea, no shade. It was dead ass wrong, and you should not be stripping in front of children. I don't care if you did not get completely nude, and I don't care if their parents approved of it. At the end of the day, there's just certain things that you don't do in front of children, and especially not to the tune of Pony by Genuine. But when we are talking about what's going on in your own backyard, you all are silent. Tyrese, I want to see that same amount of vitriol. I want to see that same amount of hatred that you had for that one person who performed in front of children, and albeit not my cup of tea, it sounded like their parents were in the vicinity, clapping. Because no tea, no shade, and I'm sorry to all of my good girl white friends and my good boy white friends, but that's that white people shit. But y'all take these instances as black folk in America at that and use it to justify why you say and do the disgusting things that you say and do, not even to white queer people. Y'all will post videos of white queer people misbehaving, white trans women misbehaving, people who are not a part of your community misbehaving, and then turn that energy onto your black community queer members who don't participate or agree with any of those things. But then something like this happens right in our backyard in Houston. These men work at the mall where half of you Houstonians go every other day or visit at least once a month. And it's taken 2 days for this to actually catch traction. And I don't see the news media talking about how men are dangerous, because men have been dangerous. Men have been raping women and children and boys and girls and fucking animals in bathrooms. Men that identify as men, that were born as men, cisgender men, have been harming us. And when I say us, I mean everybody. But there's no coverage and there's no outlandish headlines to talk about that harm. Y'all are not trying to convince cisgender women that men are the problem because y'all are so busy trying to convince them that we are the enemy. Where are all the right-wing news media outlets now to talk about protecting the children? Because if it's about protecting the children, you got 2 of them that we failed. And it wasn't at the hands of trans women. It was not at the hands of a non-binary person. It was not at the hands of a queer person who was just flaunting around their drag queen attire. Whether these men are gay or not, these are 2 cisgender men. Sorry. These are 7 cisgender men and 2 little boys. And had this been one trans woman and a lizard, it would be the only thing up and down my timeline for the next 3 days. But because y'all want to protect this idea that masculinity is supposed to be a place where we seek solace in, and men are supposed to protect everybody, even though constitutionally we know. We've written it in our own social constitution. Silently, we are all afraid of you niggas. Black, white, Indian, whatever. We are afraid of you niggas. Y'all are afraid of each other. Men are afraid of each other. Hello? Some of you old heads won't even confront these little boys because y'all are afraid of them. But everybody wants their son to be a savage. Your biggest goal in life is being able to say that your son doesn't fuck boys. Your biggest goal in life is being able to say that your son remained your son his entire life. Whole time he a rapist. Whole time he's a sexual offender. Whole time he's a horrible person, an abuser, a manipulator, a liar. And there's not a single person covering those stories. I wonder why. It's interesting that y'all say that we have an agenda this, an agenda that. Oh, y'all are always trying to brainwash people this and brainwash people that. But usually when I see these videos of children being harmed, their parents are never far behind. And usually they ain't this color. Let me say that again. Usually, when I do see the videos of children being abused, by queer people, their parents are never far behind, and they ain't this color. But Hollywood Unlocked ain't posted yet. The Shade Room ain't posted yet. That Grape Juice ain't posted yet. On Site ain't posted yet. But it's about the children, right? Boosie. Hey. Remember the two daughters that you were protecting from the color purple? Why you not mad and in the chest of these 7 men? Why can't I get a post at Planet Fitness about these 7 men? Huh? You got smoke for Zaya. You got smoke for Lil Nas. You got smoke for TS. But where's the smoke and where's the leverage of your platform when there are 7 men in Houston that have raped 2 young boys that are toddlers and can't defend themselves? Where's the outrage? Where's the leveling of your platform now, Lil Boosie? Y'all want to go back and forth about who's a woman and who ain't a woman, and don't call me sis and don't call me that. And at the end of the day, it's about protecting the children, and the children shouldn't be exposed. Here are 2 children that were not only exposed against their will, but they now forever have to worry about the fact that there's a video of them being abused when they could do nothing about it. There are 2 young boys that were abused and they could do nothing about it. And somebody put this shit on the internet for people to watch. And y'all are acting like nothing is happening. But if I get on here after this live and I come back and I say, oh, I got proof that I fucked Trey Songz, I will go viral in 30 minutes. If I got off of this live right now, fixed myself up and said, oh, I've been fucking Trey Songz for 6 years, I would be on every fucking platform you could think of. And half of the platforms that you could think of, I blocked them, but they would find a way to get that video. So how come nobody has found a way to get these articles that existed 2 days ago? Because if Nicki calls Cardi a bitch at 1 o'clock, by 1 o'clock and 3/4, y'all have an article about it already. Full-fledged ChatGPT'd all the way out article. Make it make sense. So Hector Fernandez. That is his name. And he deserves to go under the jail as the ringleader of a 7-man gangbang of 2 toddlers. Hector Fernandez III deserves all of our attention. Hector Fernandez III deserves all of our attention because the FBI is going FBI. But now I need the court of public opinion to get somebody together who rightfully deserves it. Now I need for the court of public opinion to do what y'all do to trans women every single day who are just minding their fucking business on the internet living. Now I need for the court of public opinion to do the due diligence of painting him out and all the rest of those men out as the disgusting delinquents they are. The photo that they used to depict a man who they know they're going to find guilty of sexually assaulting 2 young toddlers was a picture of him on the beach, living his best life. They decided to use a picture of this man on the beach while calling him the leader of a 7-person gangbang on 2 toddlers. And y'all gave him the opportunity to live his best life in that photo. But you know the nuance there is? That photo makes him look a little sassy. That photo makes him look a little zesty. And so, yeah, we're going to report this, but we're going to report it letting y'all assume that this man is a flaming, raging queen, even if he's not. Because the perpetuation of queer hatred is still at the forefront of every article. So even if he's as straight as a tack and that picture was for laughs and shits and giggles, y'all are going to post it up there because y'all don't want to give a mugshot that would allude to the fact that he might be a heterosexual man and that all 7 of the rest of them are the same. Y'all want people to believe that 7 gay men raped these 2 boys because y'all wanted to continue to perpetuate this idea that even though they are men, that queer people are dangerous to children. But how many white men rape, serial rape, abuse, kill, kidnap, disarm, traffic, and everything else white women every day? You don't have a lot of black serial killers, my love. And I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I don't think that you have a countable hand of them for real. But you know how many white serial killers we've had throughout the years? Thousands. Thousands of white men killing motherfuckers. You know the majority of rapists? White men. But the court of public opinion is not making think pieces and video after video after video and TikTok after TikTok after TikTok talking about how we need to be prioritizing the safety of young children around these motherfuckers who are known to play the game. And some of them do it while wrapped in the cloth of Jesus. Ain't that about a bitch? But we make jokes about that. That's funny. The priest doing what the priest be doing, and y'all still show up at confession every Sunday because that's funny. But a man got together with 7 of his friends and decided that he was going to sexually assault and record heinous acts that they committed on 2 toddlers and then post it on the internet for the folks to see. And it's silent. Tell us you don't like us. Tell us that you don't like us. But don't keep making it about the children.